I'm for having countries pay us billions and billions and trillions even dollars. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. Nobody took in 10 cents, not one other president. I do things that make it, that don't necessarily make me so popular. I just do what's right.
And that's a leader. In my opinion, that's a leader, bro. Does things, just frowned upon, but you know it's better. It's like being a parent, bro. The parent does a lot of things that the kid's not gonna like, but it's for their own good. That's what Donald Trump's doing for the country of America, bro.
If they didn't conflate you with Hitler, even today, like Kamala was talking about you and Hitler. They're going to take what you said about Robert E. Lee. Oh, Donald Trump wishes the South won.
That's right. He loves Robert E. Lee.
They love to take things out of context and distort things. But
they don't even have to take them out. They make them.
Call me crazy, but Donald Trump is the closest president I think that America's had that can correlate with.
But they can take my answer, and you know what? They may take a little piece of it out or something, and they use the term, yes, we wanted to save time. Well, it's not, but I've never heard. I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history, what happened to CBS. So you have CBS 60 Minutes. That's a news program. It's not an entertainment program.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Kamala Harris was on an interview, 60 Minutes. She said an answer. It was a trash answer. So they edited it with another one to make her look better. But they would never, ever do that for Trump. They would never do that for Trump. I don't think they would ever do that for Trump. So it shows you what side the media is on. The media is on the left side. Guys, bro. You see the title, bro. You see the thumbnail, bro. When did we get Joe Rogan and Donald Trump in the same seating, bro? Bro. A 3-hour podcast interview would be crazy reaction, bro. A crazy reaction, but that's so long, nobody would watch it, bro. So if you want me to react to it in parts, try to find highlights. There'll be highlights of this interview soon enough anyway. If you want me to react to that stuff, let me know. But for now, I got a clip. Donald Trump, I'm being targeted by the media. 10-minute clip of Donald Trump basically explaining him being targeted by the media, because you guys know he's definitely been targeted, bro. Was the election rigged? The last one? I don't know, bro. Let me know, bro. Is the internet, is the media, is the government, is it all rigged? Don't know, man. Like, subscribe, comment down below. But I want to see what Donald Trump has to say. British reaction to this. You guys know what's up. We're political now. We're the best UK political channel on YouTube. Let's get it.
And I think...
it's funny. You need at least the attitude of a comedian when you're doing this business. This is a very dangerous business, first of all. It's a very tough business.
It's the most dangerous business.
For a job?
Yes. Other than going to war and being a firefighter or being a cop, it's the most dangerous business.
It's the most dangerous. Being president is the most dangerous.
Especially you. You haven't even got to the election. There's been 2 assassination attempts. And they've brushed those out of the news like it was nothing.
Yeah, they'd rather not talk about them.
Imagine.
Supposed to be 3, right? Right? They hit that one, they kept it quiet, but wasn't there 3 assassination attempts?
Imagine if there was assassination attempts on Biden, how hard people would be attacking the right, how they would be trying to get guns taken away from people, they would try to ramp up gun laws, they would try to figure out some way to blame you. If there was attacks if Biden got shot in the ear, we would have never heard the end of it.
But I think he's in good shape because it's only consequential presidents. If you take a look at what's happened, look, I'm for having countries pay us billions and billions and trillions even dollars. I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. Nobody took in 10 cents, not one other president. I do things that make it, that don't necessarily make me so popular. I just do what's right.
And that's a leader. In my opinion, that's a leader, bro. Does things, just frowned upon, but you know it's better. It's like being a parent, bro. The parent does a lot of things that the kid's not going to like, but it's for their own good. That's what Donald Trump's doing for the country of America, bro. That's why he needs to be back president, in my opinion. Not everyone's going to agree with me with this one, but that's why, bro. He just admitted to it. He knows. Yeah, I know I'm going to get hated for this, but I got to do it for the country. I got to do it for the people long run, because look when he was in leadership. Look how everything was much better than when Kamala was in,
And when you do that, you're more, look at Iran. We would have never had the attack on Israel at all. Iran was broke. I told China, if you buy, you can't do business in the United States under any we're going to go cold turkey with China. Some people think that would have been a good idea anyway. But if you buy any oil, 1 barrel of oil from them, you're not doing business. And I said that to many countries. Iran was broke. They had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money. But I make myself, I understand what I'm doing. You make yourself a target. And it's a very dangerous business.
Yeah.
But if you just look at statistically, so I saw a thing, I don't know if it's right, but 0.1% for a race car driver. It's a pretty dangerous business, right?
Yeah.
0.1% for a bull rider. I tell you, to me,
You're talking death.
These guys that ride the bulls is worse than UFC. It's worse.
Yeah.
These guys, you see these big monster bulls, and you see it in slow motion where the foot is like, an inch away from the head. If it hits him, the guy's gone. But they die. They die.
So 0.1% die. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 0.1% die.
Right.
And they certainly get hurt badly. Really, they can't walk after a certain period of time. But with a president, if you look at
the amount of assassination attempts
and attempts too,
Yeah.
and attempts. No, it's a very dangerous position. I never thought of that, by the way, when I did it. You don't tend to.
Did you just assume because people loved you on The Apprentice, they were going to love you as a president?
I figured it would be so easy. It's
Well,
very
it probably
interesting.
would have been if the media.
I like the chemistry on this podcast already. I really could sit here for 3 hours and listen to them talk and educate myself upon everything that they have to speak about. Two very educated men, two very educated men, two very smart men sitting in the room together, bro. I could definitely get down with this, bro, for sure. So yeah, man, like.
Didn't attack you the way they did. If they didn't conflate you with Hitler, I mean, even today, like Kamala was talking about you and Hitler. They're going to take what you said about Robert E. Lee. Oh, Donald Trump
he
wishes the
loves
South
Robert E.
won.
Lee. That's
Yeah.
right. He loves Robert E.
They
Lee.
love to take things out of context and distort things.
Well,
But
they don't even have to take him out. They make him.
Call me crazy, but Donald Trump is the closest president I think that America's had that can correlate with Hitler, bro. It's crazy to say. I know, but you guys know, bro. If you guys are smart enough, you would agree with me on this, bro. He's the closest leader to, the H.
Him up entirely. Okay,
They do
make
that
him-
too.
But it's interesting when you mentioned I was very popular, and all those people loved me. I mean, some of these women, they're so stupid, and Joy, she would every time she'd see me, I'd be in the theater or something, and she'd, you have to be on the show again. Come on, let's go.
she loved you.
To love me.
That episode where
By the way,
people
Whoopi-
should watch that episode just to see what we're talking
Oh.
about. Like I said, we don't want to get a copyright strike, so we're not going to put it up. But
It's okay.
if you watch the episode, it's bananas. It's like an alternative universe, and it's only
But Whoopi
9
loved
years
me.
ago.
Whoopi loved me.
You, gives you a hug and a kiss.
And how about that other one, the new one on there, the one from my administration? She writes me a letter. You're the greatest president. She leaves. She worked as an assistant press secretary. I hardly knew her, but she leaves and she writes me this gorgeous letter. What's her name? She was, I don't even know. She was in the administration. She's on now currently. Sits on the far right-hand side, whatever the hell her name is, and she writes a letter. The most
Whatever the
beautiful
hell her
letter.
name is.
She's quoted in the paper. He was the greatest president, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden she goes to the View and she started hitting the hell out of me because they won't hire her unless. I've had many people go
Wow.
on CNN and they call and said, I don't know what to do. They want to pay me a lot, but I have to be negative on you. I said, be negative. That's okay. There are guys on like CNN.
Yeah, and that's very true. Basically, guys, it's basically saying that if you root for Trump and you are right, so you are right wing, and you are Republican and you voice it out loud, the world will basically silence you. They will basically put a silencer on you. They won't hire you for certain things because it's basically saying that there's somebody at CNN, people at CNN want to say things about Trump, good things, but they can't, otherwise they'll lose their job and they're getting paid a lot, so they have to speak negatively upon him. I believe it very truly that a lot of the people in America, general around the world right now, speaking bad upon Trump, they really kind of like Trump, but they can't voice it aloud. The same way as in 2020. If I just said what I just said right now in 2020, my channel would get taken down because you're not allowed to say things like this. You wasn't allowed to say things like this, bro. You will get silenced, and it's still a thing now.
They won't hire them. Sean Duffy is a congressman, and he retired. He got a good job with CNN, but he was only positive about Trump. So they kept him, but they would never
Silenced
put him
him.
on.
Yep. See?
I mean, I respect what he did. He could have gone, negative. I tell people, go negative. Let my friends make the money.
Well, it's just
so crooked. The press is
crooked.
so crooked.
It's crooked, but it's also they're diminishing themselves. They're killing all their credibility, and it's opening up the credibility to new media. It's opening up the credibility to independent media. All these.
The worst I've ever seen, though, and I've seen the worst. I mean, I've been a part of it. I've seen the worst. Kamala goes on 60 Minutes, gave an answer that a child wouldn't give. It was so bad. And 60 Minutes took the answer out. They took the whole, and they put another answer in.
They edited it deceptively.
Which didn't make sense either, but it was better. They took it wasn't editing. It was fraud. This was not editing. Editing is where
it's fraud.
I'll give an answer and they'll take a couple of words and change them around, or they might even take a sentence or two off, which is very bad. But it's sort of bad. I'd give an answer which was a very good answer. I always talk about, I like to give long the weave. I like to.
You like to weave things in.
Yeah, but when you do the weaves, and you have to be very smart to do weaves. When you do the weave, look at this. Just in this one thing, we're talking about little pieces all over here, but it always ends up.
Home.
No, it comes back home. Yeah. For the right people, for the wrong people, it doesn't come back home, and they end up in the wilderness, right? but they can take my answer, and you know what? They may take a little piece of it out or something, and they use the term, "Yes, we wanted to save time." Well, it's not. But I've never heard. I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history, what happened to CBS. So you have CBS 60 Minutes. That's a news program. It's not an entertainment program.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. 100% believe it too. No doubts about it, bro. 100% believe it. So telling me Kamala Harris was on an interview, 60 Minutes. She said an answer. It was a trash answer. So they edited it with another one to make her look better. But they would never, ever do that for Trump. They would never do that for Trump. I don't think they would ever do that for Trump. So it shows you what side the media is on. The media is on the left side. So that's why Kamala Harris is being pushed so heavily. That's why Kamala Harris has Beyonce on her side. That's why Kamala Harris has other... Bro, but it's also why people are turning from Democrat to Republican. That is also why, because they are seeing what Donald Trump is saying to us right now, that the media is fraud. They're frauding us. They're faking it. It's fake. The government pushing the wrong... And it's frustrating because we don't have no power on this at all. Only person who can control and has power is the person we're looking at right now.
It's the head of their news thing. She gives an answer that shows that she's essentially incompetent. And they took the answer. Could you imagine them doing that for me?
We can show
Nope,
it
never.
if you want people to see it. Can we show it? No?
Sure.
We get in trouble? We'll get copyright strike? Okay.
Listen,
anyone
I'll
can find
indemnify
it.
you.
But it's drastic. But what was interesting was the other full version was available initially. It was like a preview.
Somebody made a big mistake.
Somebody put that preview out there.
Some kid put the preview out.
Exactly.
And then the bosses did this or that. And then all of a sudden they said, we got a problem.
Exactly. And then
they got caught by mistake.
Well,
don't you think that's a bit, to me, and don't forget, this is election interference and fraud.
Yeah.
And it's 60 Minutes. It's their news division. So it's
a big deal.
They give those licenses out, Joe, for free. They should pay a fortune. They're worth a fortune. They give them out for free because they're using the public airwaves. With cable, you don't have that. Cable's different. But, it's just a different deal. But with the networks, they give those licenses. They're worth billions of dollars. They give them out free. But you have to be honest and all. That was bad. I think that David Muir and that woman that was aside, I never even heard of her, but they kept interrupting me. It was like, I said, how many people am I debating here? I got this
3.
one and I got you 2.
Yeah.
But he went after me 11 different times. It's interesting. I always thought he was a nice guy, but he's just like the rest of them,
Well, that's his job, unfortunately, and I'm
No, but
sure
not when they're
what they
wrong.
want. You're right. Well, the problem was they fact-checked you and they didn't fact-check her. And
Not
one of
at
the most
all.
egregious examples of that was when she said that there is
That should. Imagine how much that would hurt. Like that probably hurts Trump, bro. Like imagine looking around saying you're a nice guy, you're a nice guy, you're a nice guy, and then all the dominoes fall and everyone just starts switching sides. Even if it's by choice or by force, they're all switching sides, bro. And you're like, oh shit, he's just like the rest. Here's another one. Add him to the pile.
there are no troops right now.
Imagine that
deployed in
consistently
war zones.
every day.
There's a very famous viral video that went online of troops in a war zone saying, well, what the fuck are we then? Because there's thousands of them. Dan Crenshaw, the congressman, posted on his Instagram all of the various examples of
Too many.
troops that are deployed, thousands and thousands of troops that are currently deployed.
Stupidly deployed.
But the point is, if this is going to be an actual real debate and not a propaganda exercise, if it's going to be a real debate, you have to fact check everybody.
So
Like if someone
they
says
never went
maybe she
after her.
thought there was no,
Right.
which is also a problem. So it's one of two things. It's either it was not true, it was a lie on purpose, which is terrible, or it was the opposite. It was ignorance, which is also terrible.
Well, Joe, when I said crime is soaring, he said, no, crime has gone down. I said, where did you hear that one? Crime has gone down. I mean, I'm debating with this guy, but I've had that.
Well, there was amended FBI statistics that came out after that
Yeah.
showed that crime had gone up substantially.
And by the way, the statistics were a fraud because when they put out the statistics, they didn't include some of the worst places. They didn't include some of the worst cities, some of the most deadly places. But
And
when the
there's
real
also a
numbers came out,
problem-
I turned out to be right. But I haven't gotten...
You turn out to be right, but then there's another problem. Unreported crime is way up because people have lost. Look, the morale that the police department has in a lot of these cities where they've done this defund the police bullshit.
Right,
The morale of these
It
poor
is.
cops, it's fucking horrible.
Facts. Bro, interview looks very, very interesting, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. 3 hours of that too. Bro, Joe Rogan really is the GOAT, bro, for real. Bro has Donald Trump on an interview, bro, dropping F-bombs, going crazy, bro, and just not caring, just being himself still, even having the prior president to future president, bro, sat down and yeah. That's some strong real shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but comment down below, give me your opinion. Again, I'll just believe it. Everything Trump said right there and then, right here, bro. The media's fraud. Him being targeted by the media is on purpose. He's even letting his friends, like his friends are calling him, like, and he's like, yeah, just making money. I understand how it works. You talk negative on me. Imagine seeing your friends talk negative on you, but you have to let them to make money for their family. Like, crazy, man. Trump's in a different world, bro. So yeah, vote Trump 2024, man. Otherwise, I don't see how Kamala Harris is gonna help you guys in America, bro. I feel like she's gonna take down America and she's gonna take us down in the UK with her, bro. I feel like she's gonna cause war, like for real, like World War III. We're talking about the world in war again. I feel like that's exactly what Kamala Harris will do. She had power right now. Just all she talks about is she's not into violence. She wants to stop the violence, but in the background she's really making it worse, and it's proven, bro. But like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know your opinion on this, guys, on you guys' situation. You guys love to talk in the videos about this stuff, and I love to read the comments, bro. So please do comment down below. Even you guys be teaching me some stuff in the comments too, so I appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're out.
Bye. Have a great time.